Good morning. It is January 11th, 2024. This is installment number three of Mornings with Ken, or Ken on the Morning. I haven't named it yet. I'm working on it. I might take suggestions on the nightly stream and the daily debacle stream. This is just, it's 8:19. I probably said that twice now. Couldn't sleep this morning after picking Mrs. K up, so I've been actually on the computer for about 45 minutes, emails, checking a couple things with the banks, working on some things. So anyway, um, first thing I'd like to discuss today is I want to thank everyone who gave the shout outs and the happy birthdays to Alex Cheek last night. That means a lot to me. One of the things that I like about the nightly 9 o'clock stream is um, we get together, a core group of us get together every night, and we have a pretty good half hour. Lately, I'm debating on expanding that a little bit, but I really haven't made a decision yet, so to speak. But I do, again, I appreciate all of the, not only with the Zoom homies or the bromies now, um, it's going to be the Zoom homies. It's an inside joke with a few of us. I appreciate the text chat that came across in YouTube on the stream itself, and I tried to catch as many of those as I could, so that Alex would know that people were showing him some love and some birthday wishes, and I think that's good. Um, we probably need to try to do the same thing with everyone if we know their birthdays. Now, if I don't know your birthday or we don't know your birthdays, then it's kind of hard to do. So, again, thank you all. Thank you for your nightly support. Thank you for putting up with my um, English, if you will, and my horrible sense of humor. Now, I'd like to turn to something that is on my mind a lot, but I don't know why. And that's two things that deal with YouTube. The first thing that deals with YouTube is um, watch hours, view times, views, whatever. However, how a view is a one view for 10 minutes equates to 6 minutes of watch time, which adds up to hours, and we all know it's based on their hours and whatnot. Now, yes, I know there are those of you out there that are yelling at the screen saying, "But Ken, you're not monetized." I'm not, and as of right now, I don't foresee becoming monetized. I don't think the benefits of monetization are that great for me to say, yeah, I can be monetized right now. Let's go ahead and do it and go from there. Um, I don't want ads to be running in on my stream that's going to interrupt anything. That I find ads frustrating to me. And lately, some experimentation I've done, I find that when the ads run, you miss content, even though it's a minute or so, maybe less. You're still missing content. And if it's a tutorial, that could be really detrimental. Now, I've not tried to go back and watch it to see if you get the same ads at the same spot or not, and I might want to do that. Uh, but yeah, Doug pointed out the other day he had X amount of viewers at the end of his show, and then when he went back in, it showed he didn't have that number. I don't get it. I liked his explanation that he gave a while back on it. You would think, as big as YouTube is, and as long as it's been around, they'd have a fairly accurate means and ways of making sure that if it says 35 people are watching, that 35 people are actually watching. Um, I don't know. I'm slowly figuring things out, which segues into my next part here. Subscribers. Everyone knows my subscribers was sitting at about 345, 355, and literally overnight jumped to 500 plus, as we Filipinos would say. Does that mean I went out and suddenly attracted 500 or 200, whatever it was, new subscribers? No, it does not. I reached out to a couple of my people I subscribe to, and they said they would help, and they did, and I appreciate that. Um, it's just a bragging thing, I guess, more or less, and I guess I'm bragging with myself because I'm not in competition with anyone that I'm aware of. Well, maybe Josh Kinder, but I don't want to get divorced. And you have to watch the show to understand what that inside joke's about. Um, since then, I have discovered that there are Filipino channels, as I'm sure there are probably American channels, as I'm sure there's every walk of life channels that do nothing but get together live and tell you, promote your channel. I'll promote your channel. You promote my channel, I'll promote your channel. You know, you the old you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back type thing. And that's what I've been doing. Now, I'm going to caveat that again. I one day hit 625 and I was ecstatic. That's the highest I've ever been, 625. Mrs. K and I discussed it and we joked about something because of what had happened in the past. 625 when I went to bed. 610 when I woke up the next morning. There's a couple reasons why that could be. One, it might be bots. Two, it might be people aren't exactly doing the way that it's there. There's two or three different methods out there, methods, if you will, of making a subscription stick. I have no idea. It's just frustrating to a point that you get, oh, good, 625. You know, I'm moving in the right direction. I'm headed toward my goal. And yes, I do have a subscription goal in mind. And I'm not releasing that yet because I don't want anyone to laugh me out of Indianapolis. I don't want to live in Sheratonville or Monroeville. Um, but it bounces back and forth, and I get it. You know, some people are going to subscribe so that the host that's doing it, she's like, oh, well, thank you very much, Greg, for subscribing to Mrs. K's channel. And as soon as the show ends, Greg unsubscribes because he gets recognition from the host and everybody feels good about it. Now, I've set a timer and I've got 8 seconds to wrap this up. I set the timer a little bit. I want to keep these between 8 and 12 minutes in length just to see what happens. There's the timer, and I'll figure out how to stop it. Technology and me, two things that don't really go together well. All right, I think I got it stopped. So I want to wrap this up. I want to wrap this up by saying I look forward to 2024. I look forward to my nightly streams. I do want to do some more things with golf. I do want to learn and or teach and or explain more with Da Vinci. And I want to do more shorts with Mrs. K. And those of you that don't know, Mrs. K is my wife, Lorna. She's from the Philippines. She's from Cebu. And she is a natural when it comes to playing along with some of my silly, stupid pranks that I try to do. Watch the one where I interviewed her in Walmart. She played that too, and not rehearsed. It was live and unrestricted, Doug Betts-ism. And it went well, and it's gotten a lot of views. So, and I'm very grateful for her to that. I'm grateful to the Zoom homies. I absolutely love it when you guys come in night after night after night. And some of us have developed a rapport of we can basically banter one another, and we know we're joking. There are people in the world like, oh, those two don't get along. They must really hate each other. No, that's not it at all. We those of us that do it, we have a great relationship. Or at least I think we do. So I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank everyone for watching. I will probably try to do 3 morning things a week. It just depends on whether I can sleep or not. So thank you. I look forward to seeing you tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Ken Stott Live with the Zoom homies. I look forward to seeing some of you on Doug's show, both the weekly and the Saturday. Although this Saturday we might be running around. I don't know. Have a great day. See everybody tonight. Thank you for coming. If you like what you see, hit the like button. If you don't like what you see, hit the down button. Still being watched. YouTube sees it. YouTube sees it as a connection, if you know what I'm saying. Also, if you like what you see, please subscribe and leave me a comment. good, bad, indifferent, otherwise. I would appreciate it. Thank you. All right, Doug, press the button. I'm pressing the button. Am I still alive?